Hello, and welcome to our channel. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on a silent catastrophe unfolding across our planet, the rapid and devastating loss of biodiversity. Every single day, countless species are vanishing from the face of the Earth, disappearing forever into the abyss of extinction. This isn't a natural cycle. It's a disaster driven almost entirely by human activities. We are witnessing the unraveling of the very fabric of life, and the primary cause is us. This is a story that needs to be told, a warning that must be heeded before it's too late. So, what exactly is this biodiversity we're losing? The term refers to the incredible variety of life on our planet in all its forms. It encompasses every living thing, from the smallest microbe in the soil to the largest whale in the ocean. It includes the countless species of animals and plants, the genetic diversity within those species, and the complex ecosystems they form, like lush rainforests, vibrant coral reefs, and sprawling grasslands. This intricate web of life is not just beautiful to look at, it's the foundation of our existence. Biodiversity provides us with the essential services that we often take for granted. The food we eat, the clean air we breathe, the fresh water we drink, and the stable climate that allows our societies to thrive. It's an interconnected system where every part plays a crucial role. But this delicate balance, which has been built over millions of years, is now breaking down at an alarming and unprecedented rate. The scientific community is sounding a clear and urgent alarm. We are currently entering the 6th mass extinction event in Earth's history. This is a monumental claim, considering the previous 5 events wiped out the majority of life on the planet, including the one that famously ended the age of the dinosaurs. Scientists have calculated that species are now disappearing at a rate that is 100 times faster than the natural background rate. Let that sink in. This isn't a far-off prediction or a hypothetical scenario from a science fiction movie. It's a reality that is happening right now, all around us. The list of endangered and critically endangered species grows longer each day, a grim ledger of our impact on the planet. From iconic mammals to obscure insects, from vibrant amphibians to ancient trees, life is being extinguished on a scale not seen in 65 million years. This is a mass extinction of our own making. One of the primary drivers of this crisis is deforestation and the widespread loss of natural habitats. Forests are the lungs of our planet and the cradle of its biodiversity, home to more than 80% of all terrestrial species. Yet, these vital ecosystems are being bulldozed and burned at a terrifying pace. Every minute, vast swaths of forest are cleared to make way for agriculture, to expand our cities, or for logging operations to meet the demand for timber and paper. When these forests are destroyed, the countless species that depend on them have nowhere else to go. A heartbreaking example of this can be seen in the rainforests of Borneo and Sumatra, the only places on Earth where orangutans live in the wild. These magnificent great apes are losing their homes at a catastrophic rate due to the relentless expansion of palm oil plantations. As their forest canopy is fragmented and destroyed, their population has plummeted drastically, pushing them to the brink of extinction. They are now classified as critically endangered. The simple, brutal truth is that when an animal's home disappears, the animal disappears with it. This story is repeated all over the world, for millions of species whose habitats are being paved over, plowed under, or polluted beyond recognition. Another significant cause fueling this wave of extinction is the dark and brutal industry of poaching and the illegal wildlife trade. Driven by a combination of human greed, misguided beliefs in traditional medicine, and a demand for exotic luxury items, millions of animals are illegally hunted, trapped, and killed each year. The scale of this slaughter is difficult to comprehend. Rhinos are being butchered for their horns, which are ground into powder and sold on the black market for astronomical prices, despite having no proven medicinal value. Tigers, the majestic apex predators of Asia's forests, are hunted for their bones, skin, and other body parts, leaving their populations decimated. In our ocean, sea turtles that have swam the seas for millions of years are captured for their meat, eggs, and beautiful shells. This relentless persecution is driving some of the world's most iconic and beloved animals toward extinction. It's a direct assault on the natural world, a war waged on wildlife for profit and status. The third major force pushing biodiversity to the brink is the pervasive and insidious threat of pollution and climate change. Our modern world is producing waste and emissions on an industrial scale, and the consequences for the natural world are devastating. Our oceans are choking on plastic waste, with millions of tons entering the marine environment every year. Chemicals from agriculture and industry seep into our rivers and oceans, creating toxic dead zones. Simultaneously, the burning of fossil fuels is warming our planet and acidifying our oceans. Marine ecosystems are particularly vulnerable. Coral reefs, often called the rainforests of the sea, for their incredible biodiversity, are experiencing mass bleaching events as ocean temperatures rise. When the water gets too hot, the corals expel the symbiotic algae living in their tissues, causing them to turn white and eventually die. This leaves the thousands of species that depend on the reef for food and shelter homeless and vulnerable, leading to a total ecosystem collapse. Sea turtles often mistake floating plastic bags for jellyfish, their natural food, and ingest them, leading to a slow and painful death. Pollution doesn't just harm wildlife, it poisons the entire planetary system that we all depend on. The collapse of biodiversity is not just a tragedy for the animal kingdom. It will have profound and catastrophic impacts on humanity. If we continue down this path, the consequences will be severe. We can expect to see increasing food shortages as pollinators like bees disappear and fish stocks collapse. New and unpredictable diseases may emerge as we destroy natural habitats and come into closer contact with wildlife, disrupting the ecological balance that keeps pathogens in check. The very ecosystems that provide us with clean water, fertile soil, and a stable climate will begin to break down, unable to function without their key components. Nature protects us every single day in countless ways. Without it, our own survival is in jeopardy. But despite the grim reality, there is still hope. We still have a chance to turn the tide and save life on Earth, but the window of opportunity is closing fast. We must act decisively and collectively. We need to protect remaining forests and oceans by establishing and enforcing protected areas. We must say a firm nitrogen monoxide to products made from endangered wildlife and support efforts to end the illegal trade. We have to drastically reduce our consumption of single-use plastics and transition away from fossil fuels to curb pollution and climate change. We can support organizations working on the front lines of conservation, protecting endangered species and their habitats. On a local level, we can participate in restoration efforts, planting native trees and restoring natural areas in our communities. And crucially, we must spread awareness, talking to our friends, family, and leaders about the importance of this issue. Small, individual actions, when multiplied by millions of people, can create a powerful wave of change. We find ourselves at a unique and critical moment in history. We are the last generation that has a realistic chance to save the natural world from catastrophic collapse, and we are the first generation that will have to face the full consequences of failing to do so. The choice is ours. Let's act now, before the symphony of the wild fades into silence forever. The future of our planet, and our own future, depends on Italiano. Together, we can protect life on Earth. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.